Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and the North Node. Welcome to your pick a story tonight. We are going to do, and they're big, okay, tonight. They are not little. So I have a charm for each, and you will see it in the icon of today's video. It is 1 and 2, because 3, we would probably go to a 40-minute video. So I like to keep it short, sweet, and complete. That way you can get the compacted story in both. Let's get started with pile number 1. You chose the medallion, but it's blank. So we have a blank gold medallion here. And funnily enough, this is my mother's medallion. She passed away in the 80s. And this was always blank here. Okay, so there's something about that. There could be a message. There is a chain. So it could be like from your old ball and chain person, just to make you laugh. But there is something here that hasn't been etched. Nothing's been drawn on this medallion. However, it's gold, right? We're tapping on it. It's made of that strong suited, I don't even want to go into it deeper. You get it, it's gold. So we have a medallion here and we're looking for maybe the future is going to be etched in here. Okay, so if you chose pile number 1, you have the unmarked medallion. Okay, so we could say it like that. I think in Ace Ventura, doesn't he come across a medallion or something, or he wears one? Maybe I have the wrong Jim Carrey movie, but let's move forward. The first card you have is the Hierophant, okay? So in this one, she's very studious. And in the Klimt, I mean, if you guys could get your hand on the big Klimt deck, this is just the mini. Here she has just studied. It looks like she's just maybe ingested what she's learned. So Hierophant, first card out, okay? If you resonate with pile number 1, of course, you're going to see the story kind of pan out. Go with how you feel first with your little totems here. Pile 2 is going to be the locket with the hearts inside. And they're real flowers inside, I believe. This was my abuelita's. So this is going to be for pile 2. And I can't wait to get there because there's a tea leaf that I want to show you guys. We have Justice, so scales, obviously, and if you're a Libra sun, any Libra placement, Justice is here with the Hierophant. All right, I'm already feeling something. I'll tell you in a little bit. We have Angel Frequency. We see here a male angel. This could have resonance already because we don't have a female, we don't have a grandma. We have a strong, seemingly youthful angel here. And of course, when our paths, our past loved ones, cross over. And I tend to speak fast because I know that these videos can be lengthy, Libra. So excuse me if I get over on myself. This is a particular deceased family member who may have gotten younger when they crossed over. You know, they can be at the peak of their age when they cross over. So we have angel frequency. I'll read it to you. Angels are with you. They are here. You are safe. Potent connection. There's a definite connection to where in the past on life and here on earth, you are connected to them very strongly, okay? Pile number 1, angels, the Hierophant, and Justice. This Hierophant could have like a passed on grandpa that served in the war. I'm getting that 333 on the clock too. That could mean something, or you're shown 333 a lot. I feel like they served in one of our major wars. So I'm feeling there's a connection due to that, or maybe you feel like they still have connection to you even as you study the spiritual arts. Okay, so one of both ways. We have the 8 of Pentacles, somebody working on something that drives them to their passions. It makes them feel alive when they're in the 8 of Pentacles. All right, nice. I feel like that's turning the curve here. We have main male. Okay, this is from the Kipper deck by Ciro Marchetti, excuse me for that. We have the main male, number 1. So that could mean something for you because Justice is 11 too, 111. And it's seen here in the cards. So there could be a connection to also seeing that angel number, or you've seen it frequently in the past. We have Party from the Dream Oracle, and I love this deck, you guys. If you ever start out by just pulling cards and you don't want to go to tarot first, get yourself the Dream Oracle. There's a party here that's occurring. It says celebrate yourself, which is really funny. But not like you celebrate yourself every day. But we do have, I feel like this is a physical party, okay, that's coming up. Maybe the end of summer. because it's striking me as a togetherness that will happen. And I believe this starts our future row. So I'm going to move them up a little bit. We also have the Dolphin Spirit, and this is from the Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. The dolphin reads, this and that are true at this time. Number 20, okay? You could have maybe started pulling your own cards at 20, or you started getting into tarot or spiritual matters at the age of 20. There could have been something significant here with love at 20 years old. I also feel like the dolphin is here to remind you to keep being playful. Don't lose that sight of yourself, or lose sight of it, rather. It's also here in this pink lavender in person. The dolphin is very lavender. So you could have clothing items like that, or maybe you love lilacs. It could be a flower that's also lavender. And then there's like a lotus, I believe, underneath here. So lots of passion and skill and drive. It says this and that are true. It could be confirming something in the here and now during 8-8 portal. Okay. And also your 8 of Pentacles is lavender. So there's that synchronicity. The party card is in purple. So those 3 look like they're coming to you. Yeah. Or you could be meeting someone playful that is a main male, which is also striking me as a message. And when I say striking, it's because I feel like it is coming in as a channel. That's why I'm telling you. So I think that this main male could be coming in as someone to remind you not to be so serious. It could be a love interest. They could be writing on this gold medallion. They're almost like they're imprinting on you in this next season. Okay, last card, as I said, imprinting, is the 2 of Cups, by golly. Okay, what I'm getting here, and I kind of sensed it in the beginning, I feel like you have an ancestor that is connecting you to the frequency of the cards of the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like your ancestors have led you back to something passionate that you did as a child, okay? So if some of you are like oil painters, or some of you are singers, I feel like your ancestor is guiding you back to your original self. I'm hearing here like the original them. The original them. And it's coming in really strong, because I feel like you were like this as a child, sitting down for hours, doing something that no one could bother you at. You know, this was your safe haven in a sense. And I feel like that leads to playfulness and love. The 2 of Cups is partnership. So I feel like, you know, Lionsgate opens up in August. So this is like September, October, November. These would be the fall months, and this would be Libra season. So be fun again with number 20. Okay. It could be bringing in a justice to you too. You've waited so long for this to come into your life. It's about time, that type of feeling. And I feel like it's being guided by this angel that watches over you every day, Libra. Like as you do things, this is an ancestor that sticks by your side. Okay, they don't leave and go watch another family member. I feel like this is a very present person that keeps their eye on the prize, which is you. And I feel like they have to protect you in our world today. Okay, that message is for someone. So let me take a look here. I do want to I wonder why your medallion is empty too, because maybe it's unwritten, and there's something about that. Maybe that's a part of the justice you're receiving, okay? It's going to be written. It's going to be written. Maybe, perhaps. The Hierophant too, if you think about the higher meaning of the card and its basis in tarot, it's about everything higher in our lives, marriages, contracts, even the new contracts that come in. So I feel like you're being promised this, but only if you follow through with your passions, okay? And it is about a gift. Look at that beautiful energy. It is about your childhood strengths. It's about that playful side of you, which draws people to you, okay? The dolphin is about expressing oneself in a fantastical way. And I didn't say fantastical, it's fantastical. So this is about being playful, uninhibited too. It's stretching your limbs and seeing how far you could go with something. That's the dolphin. So let's clarify real quick, because pile number 2 is pretty long as well. Let's see what the 2 of Cups is in the main male. The Fool. Okay, so with this deck, it means that you're starting over. And although something painful here that needs to be dropped, I feel like you left an area of life where you dropped something. It's being promised that if you go through with it, these rewards will show itself. The Fool with Aries. And also this main male here, they could be an Aries coming up for you, or they're already in your life. I'm sorry, that's not as beautiful. This is really gorgeous. The Fool card is also being signified by a strong male. You know, that number one from the Kipper, this is somebody who's studious, traveled, very well spoken as well. Okay, they have connections too, main male. So they're kind of like the Empress in this deck, but it is a man, number one. All right, let's see here what the overall message is. So you're going on a new journey, and it requires you to keep following through. No getting off the beaten path. What's party? What is party? The King of Cups. You could be meeting an amazing person through this event that you are going to be maybe gathering to or visiting. And I feel like this could even be an office party for some of you, because I feel like it involves some type of work. We do have the work card, 8 of Pentacles. It could be an event you're invited to and you meet this person as well. I'm getting office party, a family engagement, somebody's wedding. And this could be in those Libra months, you know, Libra season, September, October. Show me the Lover's card. No, I'm just kidding. What is the main message of pile number one? What's the main message? There was a flipper, the High Priestess, the Six of Cups, and the Hermit. That this person is waiting to find you too. They're trying to reach out and let you know that they're here on earth already. They will be presented to you. This is a soulmate. This is a soulmate. 6 of Cups to the main male card to the Hermit card. They're currently alone, and I feel like they're being matched with you through an ancestor. Look at this, Libras. Somebody's following the situation. It could be led by someone crossed over. If it's not a male for you, it's just somebody who's crossed over that believes that you are being, you're almost being led by this, by your ancestor, if you could see it in that way. If you could see it in that way, because this person is also on a similar path right now. They are currently the Hermit, and they see that you're the High Priestess. I think that you could be led to this through sentient feelings and through synchronicities at this time. You could even feel something's going on in the air for pile number one, like you are being prepared for a soulmate, essentially. You feel it in everyday's actions, everything that you plan, it's coming up. And I think it's going to be through an event, pile number one. Also, I feel like what's being written is the story that's never been written for this medallion portion, if you chose this as your icon today, okay? But you've got to stick with the path, and you have to open up your heart, okay? And we even see a heart in the party card. Do you guys see that? Right here, and the moon also in the background. So there's something divinely guided by an ancestor. And I feel like that's the message of pile number one. Okay, if you have any suggestions or you want to add to pile number one, please do so in the comments. I'd love to hear how you put this all together for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to lightly clean up the Hierophant 2. Beautiful card with her books. I don't know if you guys can see it. She's just sitting there with her books studying something, and that could have been you these last couple months. The 2 of Cups 2 partnership with Ariel and Eric. I love that because he looks so much like Eric, doesn't he? Okay, we're moving on. We talked too much about pile number one, although it was gorgeous. All right, and these are the cards too. You could see Mystic Mondays. What is this one? I believe Mystic Mondays is like the challenge usually, and I use the Kipper as well. Okay, moving on to pile number 2. Pile 2 has this as a choice at 1420. You have the locket with flowers inside, okay? And what I'm already getting, because I take also our emblems as messages. These are messages when you pick them. So I feel like this person felt trapped in the past, just like these flowers are like a caged bird. So this is the heart, and it is a locket. It's just missing the necklace portion. So pile number 2, welcome to your reading. We have lessons and blessings with a clock. Okay, so time may be ticking for this caged bird, and you could be feeling that way. Maybe in your child bearing years between 20, excuse me, between 20 to 30. I don't know why I was talking like that. Between 20 to 30. There we go. We have Four of Wands. Let me marinate on this card a little bit because the moon is standing out to me. I feel like this happened already. I'm going to be honest because I get a sentient feeling from a card, Libras. I feel like this already happened and this was a commitment that felt like the Four of Wands. It felt like a manifestation and a dream come true. But why do I get an immense feeling like it didn't happen? Okay, because here we see that it became a lesson that somebody had to learn from, and the clock is ticking. As you can see, it's an old pocket watch from the 1920s. We have mountain and hill moving forward. Mountain and hills, whenever you see them in a reading, Libra, they're about overcoming something. Any mountain is, even an artwork on a card. And it says here, reach your goal. It's also professing that something's going to come from the sky, maybe a message, or there's a synchronicity that you see in your car when you drive, maybe the formation of clouds. So pile number 2, it seems like you just let go of a relationship. That's what I'm getting. And you felt trapped there with the locket. Because I'm getting that. It's like such a beautiful thing was kept captive. That's exactly what I'm getting. Okay, you share with me though in the comments. We have the Five of Cups as your tarot card. Okay, so if you look, we overcame something and they have the same colors. Look at that. The mountain is the same teal in the background of the Five of Cups. The colors even here in the sky. So you could have overcome some type of difficult situation, or this is a Five of Cups person around you in your environment. Okay, moving forward, because there's 2 conclusion cards, actually 3. We have a tea leaf, which is the lupine. This is about protection and life cycles. It's about life and death too. If you guys do remember a story, it depends what age you were when you were in grade school. My teacher in 5th grade brought a book to class called The Lupine Lady. And this is the plant that she grew. She would drop seeds every day in this story all over town. And these beautiful lupines, which they're purple and blue, they would grow randomly to make this town or this little village super happy. And this was her joy. So I kind of feel like this flower is like something that you're bringing to your community, or you have a talent here that's super important to share, or a gift, and it uncages you. It decages you, okay? So the lupine, and I believe the story is called Miss Rumphius, Mrs. Rumphius. I'll put it in the description box below because it's a good book for any age to read. And her plant of choice was the lupines, okay? There's a thief in this story, maybe somebody who took from you, could have been your time, could have been your money, your resources, could have taken away even parts of your sanity or put you in a depression. This person is a thief of your happiness, okay? Number 24, they could have been born on the 24th of any month. It could have been any part of the, they could be any zodiac sign here today. But you feel like they robbed you of your time, okay? We also have halls of learning. Let's move forward because these videos can get really long. During the halls of learning, you learned an important carnal lesson about not giving up on yourself and also your personal power. And I feel like your power was lost in pile 2 because of the mountain card. This is called a signifier card. Okay, let's start clarifying. What is pile number 2's message if they resonated? If they 3 of Swords. Oh, I could feel it in the air. So this is about a personal heartache. And I feel like it's this love energy with the thief. They took your time. Again, I mentioned resources because I really feel like it hit you very, very hard, Libra, if this is your message. And I feel like this person too wasn't sorry about it. They didn't express that they ever took from you at all. It's like they walked away. This could have been a ghosting, okay? It hit you in your pockets, I'm hearing. Pockets, pocket watch. They stole your time. I don't mean for it to be dramatic, but the clock is here. I mean, all the signifiers are here, even in the artwork. Or maybe it looked, there we go. So you felt like a caged, and look at this, the necklace even matches with the 3 of Swords card. So caged bird or caged flowers, locked in this too. You know, it almost looks like it's frozen in time. Interesting information, okay? But what are they learning through 8-8 portal? What's the bigger message? They're learning that it all had to go back into themselves. The Six of Pentacles is about generosity, but it's also about heading, this is all going back to you. Self-preservation, you know, this is about undoing the Three of Swords, okay? Will they ever hear from the Thief again? This person in the 24 card. Will they ever, thank you, Spirit. It flipped back, but I'm going to take it. Four of Wands. They secretly want to have a commitment. And I feel like this person did go away. The Thief has not shown their face. Secretly, they are attached to the Four of Wands. They wanted to wish commitment to this person. Final word in the story today, okay? Because they want to bring this now after so much turmoil has been caused for this particular Libra. What's going on? What did they overcome with the Mountain card? Thank you, Spirit. It nearly flipped. The Emperor. This is an Aries card. I feel like Libra became the Emperor. I think you did. I think you were like, this is enough BS. I am going to become the boss of where time goes. I am going to dictate where my life stands, and I'm not backing down, okay? It reminds me of that movie from the early 2000s, Not Backing Down. But I feel like, or Don't Back Down or something like that. But I feel like you became the Emperor and you turned into the North Node energy of Aries, your opposite sign on the same axis. What's the lupine tea leaf? What is this? Protection, and also it means life cycles. What's the bigger message of that and the halls of learning? Thank you. That you properly closed it out the best you could with the World card. You adjusted to a new beginning, although it was painful, and an ending. The World card is the end, okay? There's showing up a new resource, which no one can take from you, which is the lupine. Okay, nobody could take this away from you. And it's something within you that is naturally born. I feel like you were given this at the very start of your life, and that's the flower. All it needs is to be unfrozen and to leave this locket actually, okay, and go out into the world. So let's see what else was here. The Magician on the table, and we also have the Ten of Cups. Beautiful for this Libra. So what's coming towards this Libra is manifesting a new life of the Ten of Cups. And that's the message. You get the best cards at the very end after this huge robbery, I want to call it, because it's the Thief card. And this person looks like they still hide within the community, okay? They can still watch like a Page of Swords. So what we're looking at here is the Libra is going to get the Ten of Cups at the end of pile number 2. They get the happy home, the white picket fence, after, of course, some hard work and learning to work through some goals. But this happens with the fervor of the Libra. However far the Libra wants to go, they're going to get this. 10 of Cups in the ending energy, which I love. And it starts with healthy manifestations, coming from positive energy. No more in a space of lack, too. This is a huge message because this person could have easily turned another road and went down a really dark path, too. But they chose not to. They're utilizing their lupine energy, which is it's about abundance. It's about growth as well. I think that lupine too could be, I feel like, and it doesn't look like a lupine in here, but I feel like the message is the growth is going to come from something that this Libra has been working on recently in their life. If they've been developing a business, an LLC, something that they're working hard towards that requires a particular skill, the Ten of Cups is going to bring that. Because the Libra is the only one that can manifest this. It only comes from this particular person and human, okay? Becoming the Emperor, amazing. And we also have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy at the very end of this reading. I loved pile number 2. I felt a closeness to some of the cards, honestly, but pile number 1 was badass too. So let me know if you guys liked today's 8-8 portal reading. At some points I was driven to cry because I really feel like this is some of you. It is very emotional this particular day on 8-8. I think some of you are going to realize that some of these cards were particular people for you, okay? And the Four of Wands. Someone's hiding behind a commitment still in their head with pile number 2. But thank you guys. Namaste. Let me know if it rang true too for you in your personal stories. I'll see you tomorrow.